The footage, filmed from a Ukrainian drone, begins by showing a Russian soldier hiding under a tree. He is seen leaving a tree cover before being engulfed in an explosion after the drone apparently drops a bomb on him. Was seen writhing in pain, looking injured, while two of his comrades were also writhing on the ground. Another soldier is also seen running away. The soldiers are then joined by other soldiers, who appear to be trying to help them. Two soldiers are then seen trying to crawl away as the footage ends. The news was retrieved from the Strategic Communications Office, Stratcom, of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Thursday, December 8, along with a statement saying, a 2-minute story about the migration of the Katsap worm. Katsap is a derogatory Ukrainian term for Russians. Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24 in what the Kremlin still calls a special military operation. Today marks the 289th day of the war. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported that between February 24 and December 9, Russia lost an estimated 93,390 personnel, 2,937 tanks, 5,912 armored fighting vehicles, 1,926 artillery units, 395 multiple launch rocket systems, 211 air defense systems, 281 combat aircraft, 264 helicopters, 1,603 drones, 592 cruise missiles, 16 warships, 4,531 motor vehicles and fuel tankers, as well as 164 units of special equipment. Russia has claimed that its toll has been much lower but has rarely provided updates on its latest figures. U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner has been freed in a prisoner exchange with Russia in exchange for arms dealer Victor Bout, whose life was based on Nicolas Cage's 2005 film Lord of War. Ukrainian officials said on Thursday that Russia had installed multiple Grad multiple launch rocket systems at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which is the largest in Europe. Energodom, the Ukrainian nuclear energy company, said several war machines had been placed near one of the power plant's 6 nuclear reactors in an act it said violated all nuclear and radiation safety requirements. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the United States was confident that Sweden and Finland's pending membership in NATO would be approved soon. NATO members Hungary and Turkey have yet to agree on their acceptance into the alliance. Blinken said that the two countries had shown their sincerity in their desire to join the alliance, not least by joining NATO to provide support for Ukraine against Moscow's aggression. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said he will continue to attack Ukraine's energy infrastructure despite international condemnation after repeated waves of Russian missile strikes left millions of civilians without water or electricity due to plummeting temperatures. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that Russia still intends to seize control of parts of eastern and southern Ukraine, which Putin previously claimed for Russia. Russia's move to annex the Ukrainian territories of Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhzhia and Kherson was widely criticized and has not been recognized internationally. Ukraine has had to impose further emergency power outages as it struggles to repair the damage to its energy infrastructure caused by Russian airstrikes. Ukrainian power transmission system operator Ukrenergo said the situation was made more complicated by the cold weather and, in eastern Ukraine, by heavy fighting. Pope Francis reportedly wept as he prayed for peace in Ukraine during a traditional Christmas ceremony on the Spanish Steps in Rome. Pope reportedly had to pause during the speech for about 30 seconds before he regained his composure. Russia's attack on Ukraine made the country's economy, led by President Vladimir Putin, worse off and even returned to 2018 conditions. The Russian economy, which grew rapidly in early 2022, contracted during the second quarter of 2022. The latest data shows that the gross domestic product, GDP, has shrunk to the first time in over a year, but fared better than expected, down 4% year over year. The response from the authorities so far has ensured a softer landing for an economy that analysts expected 1 point to contract 10% in the second quarter. Economists from banks including JP Morgan Chase and Company and Citigroup Incorporated have upgraded their outlook and now see output falling at least 3.5% in the full year. Even so, the Bank of Russia expects GDP to shrink by 7% this quarter and possibly even more in the last 3 months of the year. The stalemate in energy shipments to Europe poses new risks to the economy.
Directly on the line, left foot, let's go. Let's go.